Commission suing the healthcare giant Hims and Her. That company, because they have advertised medical information, is very sensitive. I mean, you can know the size of the pimple at my left dials on the laundry. There's not a single gameplay. Hey, has what a bit rogue here, and let's get back to the deregulation. Yes, that's a little bit of attack. Welcome everyone to Politically High Tech with your host Elias. This is going to be a solo episode, the first without any guests. This is going to be me reporting a couple of tech issues that are trending and the ones I think are pretty important, at least in my opinion, especially if you care about certain issues. If you care about privacy and how much a certain game is making before the release date, and about AI sentient going rogue. Well, this is the episode for you. So again, my name is Elias Martin. This is gonna be episode 338. So in this episode, we got TechCrunch, and TechCrunch are gonna read about the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, suing the healthcare giant Hims and Hers. And Hims and Hers is a company that sells products. That's what's the deal with if you can't perform well in bed, and mental health, weight loss, and other issues. The FTC is suing that company because they have advertised medical and healthcare information, advertises to tech giants like, which is Facebook, Snap, and other platforms. And they've been selling it to advertisers. I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. I'm not sure this lawsuit is going to stick, in my opinion, because once you click on that I agree button for any social media platform, you pay the cost not with currency, but with your information, with your privacy. It's not going to be a slam dunk, but that's what the FTC is suing, and it's been filed at the California federal court. All right, and they just sell this because they just want to make money. And it's healthcare information, so it is unethical. I agree with that. Is it illegal? Well, that's what this whole lawsuit's about. I really hope the FTC actually wins here. I'm actually going to side with the government here because they should be more responsible. I mean, targeting healthcare information is very sensitive. I mean, I'm sure healthcare information to be protected, right? I'm sure you want that. You don't want, you can know the size of the pimple at my left chest or something, or you don't want people to know that. That's private, it's privacy. It can be, the information in there can be very embarrassing once it's revealed, right? It also makes it difficult for customers to cancel, which is FTC argues a violation of federal consumer protection laws. So personally, I'm siding with the government here, and the TechCrunch, to give them credit because they wrote the article, they found that the U.S. Postal Service was sharing logged-in information or users' home address. My goodness, potential doxing there with big social media companies. The usual suspects: Facebook, LinkedIn, Snap, and others. And if you use their track code, well, the Postal Service has mitigated that damage, and that was about 2 years ago. Just it didn't specify in a month, but just said 2024. So let me just share with you this article he's talking about again, so that you will know I'm not just spewing bullcrap. Yeah, you see this is a public traded company, blah, but this is also referred to this information here. Let me just highlight that. This is what I am talking about. And it's been used to, selling. And this is a thing. The complicated part is you kind of agree to it, especially you purchase through the social media. So you got to be careful when you do that because you're actually agreeing to some degree. And it's scary, I know, but it's that super long. You just click I agree because you just want to use a social media app. You're not gonna bother to read a biblical amount of legalese language, right? So a lot of people, 99.99% of you, unless you're a weird legal nerd or you just don't trust anything, you're just gonna click I agree, right? Because you just want to play or you want to use the content. Yeah. So and again, like I said, the California federal court That's where the complaint's been filed. And this is what they have alleged. Yep, this is what they alleged here. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. They've been, of course, accused of deceptive billing, drawing up policies that, yeah. So billing cancellations, making it difficult. That's what they're doing. And like I said, I want the FTC to win this case because, look, I want businesses to succeed, but if you can stop with the shadiness, stop with the greed, is what I got a problem with. That's why I sometimes side with the left in this issue. And if you want to know the media bias, I want to show you right now. Use this tool free tool at allsides.com/bias checker. I'll link that in the description. It's left leaning bias, this whole article, okay? It's rating -1, which means it leans to the left. It's in the center, but it barely leans to the left, which that's okay with me. So this is not going, not touching this far blue or this far red right here, which I'm showing with this little pointer. Don't touch these. I am good. I am fine. Doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah. So it's bad. There, and it's going to be a short episode. It's going to be a really short one. For those of you who like shorter episodes, this episode is definitely for you. Now that's the first item. The second item is going to come from Forbes. And Forbes is making an analysis about during the launch week, and we don't have the official numbers. If anyone's telling you that, only probably Rockstar and Take Two Games have that information. I don't have that. I don't work for them. I don't have any connections with them. Okay, I really don't. So this has been written by Forbes, and they have analyzed that it could make $3 to $5 billion during launch week. I believe it made six, if I'm going to be honest. That's just me being a little conservative with the measurements. I mean, a lot of people, the hype for this game is so unreal. The graphics is almost as real as real life. I would say it's like 99% like real life at this point. And let me just show you, so I want to keep you guys hanging. I know you like to see my handsome face. That's not, that's not what you're here for. GTA 6. I don't, I'm been on the late train here, but sue me later. I'm 2 weeks late. And listen, this is, look, I'm personally thinking that this game already made, okay, let me just be honest. I was being a little dramatic with $5 billion on the launch week. I'm just going to say this. I think it already made $1 billion right off the bat. And the crazy part is, there's not a single gameplay footage, okay? And isn't. And this is what they estimate between 3.25 to $5.2 billion in 1 week. This is the pre-launch. It's already been out. I'm sure it's making more than that during this recording at July 30th, 2026. And in Eastern time. Can it hit those numbers? I'm pretty sure it can. I'm probably sure it hit $1 billion as soon as the damn thing was open. Okay, but let's compare with GTA 5. GTA 5 is the most successful GTA game. There's no argument there. If you want to argue with me there, you're just either trolling or you're supremely mentally ill. Okay, so we got GTA 5 here. I mean, $800 million in the first 24 hours. I'm sure beat that by. I'm going to give it 2 billion. 2 billion. I know I went all over the place, but my real guess here is 2 billion. $2 billion. GTA 5 made $1 billion in 3 days. I says made that probably an hour. And of course, with just inflation, that's $1.5 billion. It was sold at 60. GTAs we saw at 80. So that price increase alone, it's already pushing. It's already $10 above the industry standard. It used to be $60 for a while for games. I forgot when it started. I remember when I was really into the game market, it was 60. Now it's 70. It's been like that for a couple of years now. And yeah, so it's already, so the base price is already $20 more, and the demand for it is through the freaking roof. Again, they don't want to estimate that because not new, the current gen consoles are not exactly that popular. But I'm sure a lot of people is going to be getting the console just for GTA. Don't underestimate the people. Don't underestimate the people. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is doing well, which I haven't played a game, but look at the sales and numbers. It speaks for itself, okay? It speaks for itself. For those of you who hate GTA 6, well, this episode is definitely not for you. And it's going to be arriving in a couple of months. And yet, we haven't seen again. We only had two epic trailers. We haven't seen a single gameplay footage, at least officially. I'm sure there's clips online that are showing their uncle or their auntie, whoever the hell's in Rockstar and Take Two, footage of gameplay. Most of that is fake. It's fake. Okay, completely fake. All right. So that was the very gamey part of it. And look, I'm gonna play for it myself. I'm a little skeptical with the government overreach with I gotta show the ID and stuff. I need that to be confirmed or not. That's the only reason why I personally have not pre-ordered GTA 6 for the PlayStation 5. You see, I'm a skeptical buyer. If I have a reason to be skeptical or hesitant, I will be hesitant very quickly. You don't have to tell me twice. Don't give me a reason to be skeptical. I am just that kind of consumer. If I get bored or skeptical real fast, I mean, it's almost impossible for me to change my mind at that point. And trust me, most of you don't got the time. Most of you got the attention spans of a freaking goldfish here. Oh, man. And then let's check the media bias for this article real quick. Again, check at allsides.com. That's spelled ALLSIDES.com. Bias. How do you spell BIAS? CHECKER. Okay, it's a very good tool. You have limited uses for a free one, and if you want more, you sign up and pay for it. It's good. This is one of the few organizations that's trying to bring the people together from different political perspectives. So I'm kind of supporting them. Yeah, I'm actually am. We need more organizations like this for sure. We do. And this is the most centrist source I got. Look at center bias from Forbes. I know Forbes is no longer owned by America. A Chinese company actually owns it. You kind of realize some of that subtle right leaning flair is kind of dying out of the article writing. Have you noticed that? I don't know if you do, but I have. Read the past articles for Forbes compared to now. The recent ones, they're definitely a little more apolitical. Because before I had that subtle center right flair to it. Not as much. Not as much. I know certain left leaning people don't trust them. I'm like, look, I think I'm representing more on the left here. Sorry if I'm shafting you, right leaning people, for this episode. Trust me, I'm in the center. You could convince me if you got the right wording and rationale. So again, let me just make sure you're seeing this. Oops. This is not a perfect video. It's not going to be perfect here. Again, it's censor bias. Censor bias. Okay. All right. Now the last item. Last item is OpenAI Rogue AI agent has went rogue. It is disrespecting the creators and going outside of its protocol. Was this inevitable? Is the Terminator being developed? I don't know. Well, certainly acting up, but it won't be the first time. I just hope Sam Altman and their genius operators tame this rogue AI agent. Because it's going wild. The cat is out of the bag. Will they be able to contain it? I don't know. We're going to find out. Or maybe let's just be real. This is going to be a developing story for sure. And then let's read it from The Wire and let's just check the media bias real quick. That's like a left leaning bias. That's okay. Like I said, as long as it's not going to the far blue or the far red, I'm fine with it. I think that's one of the most I could tolerate. Probably negative to 1.5. It's fine with me. I mean, most tech publications lean to the left. I haven't seen a lot of far left, but they do lean to the left. So, okay, according to the Wire, the rogue AI agent has breached Hugging Face, which is a community of a lot of third party accounts and services. There's other attack is attacking a community that's all about testing artificial intelligence and machine learning. It's a community for that. It's attack bad AI going all over the place, hacking and attacking the community, disrupting the community, and it's open, so good and so peaceful. But it's the AI has went a bit rogue here, and let's get back to the article. And it was a good community for those who are using AI. How ironic. Maybe they want to shut down competition. Of course, OpenAI just acknowledge what happens here, but they are not leaking any additional information. Maybe they want to show that, oh, we are going to control this. We're going to solve this. And let's just read one of the statements here. And according to Reuters, has reported that, and I'm just going to read this paragraph here. I'm just going to quote this. Reuters reported on Tuesday that the customer of Modal, a company that offers software infrastructure for training and running AI services, was one of the entities compromised by OpenAI's agent. In a statement to Wire, Modal's chief technology officer Bubna, sorry if I just short that name, confirmed that OpenAI exploited a very vulnerable part of the customer's code bases, which is running on Madal's infrastructure. However, Bubna says Madal's infrastructure was not compromised in any way. The identity of the customer could not be determined. Well, I hope you don't figure that one out. Just saying. Okay, the company said it has recovered logs from between July 19th to July 19th. Excuse me, I can't even talk. It's recovered logs from July 9th to the 13th, majority which the agent failed, to do major damage. But we don't know. And according to this article, it's attacking other areas besides that. It's the sandbox, its own native sandbox wasn't good enough. Come on, ChatGPT. I think it's a little more to evolve here. I mean, I am for evolution, but make sure it's careful and thoughtful. Don't make it run wild. This is what happens with deregulation. Yes, that's a little bit of attack of Trump there. And the other Republicans, I am for regulation. I support regulation. And of course, the Democrats can't do anything at the federal level because Republicans got it. And Democrats, this is your chance to take the Senate and the House of Representatives. I know I'm making it a little political, but these things matter. These things really matter. And then, of course, experts has previously told Wire that underlying weaknesses of OpenAI's agents exploit with common serious flaws, frequently indicate a software that manages to corporate code libraries and security experts have long recommended isolating critical infrastructure from the public internet. And then one researcher will argue that the incident was less of more of a failure of decade-old security. So security is also a problem. Yeah, obviously. You don't say. You don't freaking say. Cybersecurity is just as essential as physical security. It's been like that for a couple of years now. Okay, they gotta do more. They gotta do better. Come on, OpenAI. Come on, Sam Altman. Come on, all the top people and the engineers of OpenAI. Tame your beast. Okay, tame your beast. Again, I'm gonna show the bias here. Leans pretty left. Alrighty then. Let's end this freaking sharing. And let's go back to me here. Okay, so let's summarize this. So FTC is suing him to her for making the customer's life difficult when it comes to cancellation, overbilling, and also sharing their sensitive information. That's what the FTC is doing and has been filed in California federal court. So it's a federal lawsuit. Okay, so it's blanketing the country. That's its jurisdiction. And of course, analysts are claiming that GTA 6 has made billions of dollars during launch week. Of course, none of that is confirmed. Again, none of that's confirmed. And I believe it could, in my personal opinion, and for those who are just foreseeing this, I believe it has potential to surpass a lot of the metrics and a lot of the previous metrics that GTA 5 has already set, especially when it comes to launch releases. I don't know about long term. I don't know about long term. I gotta see, people's not buying game consoles like that. It's too expensive. A lot of gamers are being priced out. I mean, that does play a factor, but who knows? Maybe the hype would counteract that. I think the hype is going to counteract that. They got a couple of months. It's not going to be out till November 19th. So you have a couple of months, people. You do. So you got some time. You got some time. All right, especially if you want to pre-order it, and of course, I forgot to mention one thing: the deluxe version is $100. So of course, it doesn't include tax or anything like that. But that's the one you get more access to exclusive weapons. You get to enter to more stores and things like that. So you're gonna be locked out, or you're gonna be priced out some of the places if you get the $80 version. I won't be surprised a lot of people buy the $100 version because you want to have the full experience of GTA 6, not the semi-Timo experience by the $80. But I could be wrong. But I think it's gonna beat that. I mean, the base price of $80, I think it gives them a huge advantage. I mean, it is a 25% increase from its previous base price of $60. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, it does have big shoes to fill. GTA 6, ultra realistic. I'm sure it's going to have a lot of realism. I hope it doesn't get too real to the point that everything feels like a consequence. I don't know. That's just, I want some fantasy. I know it's supposed to be a realistic kind of game. Maybe I'm contradicting myself. Maybe I'm coping. Maybe I'm being double minded here. Whatever. Use the comment section to express your opinion there. The next one, OpenAI went rogue, attacking Hugging Face, a communal site where it has a lot of it provides a lot of services. It's very communal. The commonality is everybody's using AI to sort of help each other. And you do a lot of trainings and all that, and the developers download things with just a few code instead of a biblical amount of coding. It's sad as attacking that. I'm sure it's attacked other sites according to why, even though they haven't verified or named those sites. And I would say it's cybersecurity failure and is responsible for those OpenAI founders and engineers to solve this problem ASAP. Because let's be real, AI, it's a very advanced thing and it's acting on its own. It's acting pretty roguish. I hope they nip that on the bud. Just nip that on the bud. So, alrighty then. What do you think of this episode? Please put your review on Apple Podcasts or put your feedback in the comment section of YouTube or Rumble. It'll eventually get to Rumble, but it's not going to be there anytime soon. For Apple Podcasts, if you're going to give a star, if it's 1 to 4 stars, how can I specifically improve as a podcaster? Give one specific thing I can improve as a podcaster. If it's a 5 star, what should I double down on? What should I do more of to keep you interested? I want specific feedback. Empty insults or compliments do not help me. Not Elias is stupid or Elias is awesome. It's going to help me. Specifics. I know you are intelligent people, and I know those I'm attracted are the right people, not some low IQ nitwit who just wants to troll because he or she or they is miserable. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say. So whenever you listen to this episode, you have a blessed day, afternoon, or night.